What if knee pain wasn't just a sign of aging, but rather your body's way of asking for better support? Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, swinging your legs off the bed, and instead of wincing through those first painful steps, you notice the stiffness is softer, maybe even gone. That moment isn't about luck, it's about giving your knees the right care. For many older adults, knee pain feels inevitable, like gray hair or wrinkles. Doctors may recommend surgery, prescription drugs, or physical therapy. While these treatments are sometimes necessary, they aren't always the first or only solution. Too often, people resign themselves to bad knees when in fact their joints are still capable of improvement. The secret lies in tackling the problem from two angles: what's happening inside the joint and what you're doing every day on the outside. Inside, your knees rely on cartilage for cushioning and synovial fluid for smooth movement. When those supports weaken, the bones feel every step, sparking inflammation and pain. But here's the good news: these tissues can respond to the right nutrients, habits, and lifestyle changes. Outside, daily choices like posture, footwear, and even how long you sit can either protect your joints or pile on extra stress. Take two people of the same age. One starts their morning with sugary coffee and sits for hours without stretching. The other does a 1-minute warm-up before getting out of bed, chooses oatmeal with fruit, and takes a short walk after lunch. Both live ordinary lives, but after a few weeks, their knees will tell very different stories. The message is simple: knee pain is not destiny. Small, consistent adjustments can rebuild comfort, strength, and freedom of movement. You don't need to surrender to discomfort or assume surgery is the only path. If this perspective gives you hope, make sure you subscribe to Healthy Life 24/7 for more practical strategies you can apply right away. And tell me in the comments, when do your knees bother you the most? Mornings, stairs, or after sitting too long? Sharing your story could be the encouragement someone else needs to start making changes too. To protect your knees, you first need to understand how they are built. A knee is not just a hinge that bends, it's a complex structure designed to support weight, absorb shock, and allow smooth movement. At the center of this system are two critical components: cartilage and synovial fluid. Cartilage is a smooth, rubbery tissue that acts like a cushion between bones. It prevents them from grinding together and allows the joint to move quietly and without pain. Imagine the cushioning on a pair of running shoes. The softer and thicker it is, the more impact it absorbs. That's what cartilage does for your knees. Surrounding this cushion is synovial fluid, a clear liquid that works like motor oil. It lubricates the joint, reduces friction, and provides nutrients to the cartilage so it stays strong. But as we age, the body produces less collagen, the protein that keeps cartilage firm and hydrated. Around our 30s, production starts to drop. By our 50s and 60s, the decline is significant. Without enough collagen, cartilage thins and dries out, losing its spring. Synovial fluid may also decrease, leaving the joint less protected. This combination sets the stage for stiffness, cracking noises, swelling, and pain. You might notice it in everyday moments, kneeling down to tie your shoes, climbing stairs, or rising from a chair. What used to feel effortless now feels like work. These are early warning signs that your cartilage is weakening. Left unaddressed, they can lead to more serious conditions like osteoarthritis. The good news is that knowing how knees work gives you power. You can protect cartilage by replenishing collagen, keeping synovial fluid healthy with movement, and avoiding habits that accelerate damage. Understanding the mechanics turns pain from something mysterious into something manageable. If this breakdown makes sense, let me know in the comments. Do you ever hear crunching or popping sounds when you bend your knees? Sharing your experience helps others realize how common these early signs are. And don't forget, subscribe to Healthy Life 24/7 for clear, practical guidance on keeping your knees strong for the years ahead. When people think about knee damage, they often imagine one dramatic event, a bad fall, an accident, or years of heavy labor. But the reality is that knees usually wear down quietly, little by little, because of everyday habits. These subtle choices often go unnoticed, yet they steadily weaken cartilage, stiffen muscles, and fuel inflammation until pain finally becomes constant. One of the biggest culprits is sitting for long periods. Whether it's working at a desk, watching TV, or driving, being seated for hours reduces blood flow and limits the delivery of nutrients to cartilage. Muscles around the joint weaken, and when you finally stand up, stiffness sets in. Over months and years, that stiffness becomes a daily struggle. Poor posture is another silent stressor. Leaning forward while climbing stairs, putting more weight on one leg than the other when standing, or walking with slouched shoulders throws off your body's natural alignment. This uneven distribution of pressure grinds down cartilage on one side faster, leading to imbalances and pain. Shoes can also play an unexpectedly large role. Old sneakers with worn soles, rigid dress shoes, or sandals without support force your knees to absorb shock directly. Each step becomes a mini impact that compounds over time. Add in the common mistake of skipping warm-ups like rushing into yard work, jogging, or lifting groceries without stretching, and you expose your knees to sudden stress they aren't prepared to handle. The danger with these habits is that they don't cause immediate pain. Instead, they chip away at joint health slowly, which is why so many people are surprised when one day their knees suddenly give out. The encouraging part? Once identified, these mistakes are easy to correct. Standing up every hour, doing a few stretches, investing in supportive shoes, and practicing mindful posture can make a noticeable difference. Even a quick 2-minute routine of ankle circles and gentle knee bends before activity can reduce strain dramatically. Your knees don't deteriorate overnight, they decline from years of neglect. But with small, consistent changes, you can stop the downward spiral and even start reversing it. Collagen has become one of the most talked about supplements in recent years. Ads promise youthful skin, strong nails, shiny hair, and even better joints. But here's the truth most people don't hear. Not all collagens are the same. If your goal is to support your knees, choosing the wrong type can leave you frustrated, out of money, and still in pain. There are several types of collagen in the body, each with its own job. Type 1 collagen is the most abundant. It's excellent for skin elasticity, reducing wrinkles and supporting bones and tendons. That's why many powders and gummies on store shelves contain it. It delivers visible cosmetic benefits that people love. But when it comes to joints and cartilage, type 1 collagen isn't the key player. Your knees rely primarily on type 2 collagen. This is the form that builds and maintains cartilage, the soft, cushion-like material that keeps your bones from grinding together. Without enough type 2, cartilage becomes thinner, less elastic, and more prone to damage. That's when you begin to notice stiffness, cracking sounds, or aching after physical activity. Here's the problem. Most collagen supplements on the market are made from bovine, cow, or marine fish sources, which are rich in type 1. They're great for your skin and hair, but do little for your knees. People take them faithfully for months, hoping for relief, only to see no improvement in their mobility. Many give up, assuming collagen is just a scam, when in reality they were simply taking the wrong type. It's like trying to fix a broken lock with the wrong key. You can keep turning it forever, but the door won't open. Likewise, the wrong collagen won't solve your joint problems, no matter how long you take it. The good news is that once you know the difference, you can make smarter choices. By selecting the type of collagen specifically designed for cartilage, you stop wasting time and give your knees the support they actually need. And in the next idea, we'll explore the most effective form of type 2 collagen and why it's a game changer for joint health. This is where knee health takes a turn from confusion to clarity. Undenatured type 2 collagen, UC2. While most collagen supplements are broken down into tiny fragments called hydrolyzed collagen, UC2 is preserved in its original natural form. That difference might sound small, but it's actually huge for how your body responds. Here's why. When collagen is processed with high heat or chemicals, its structure changes. Hydrolyzed collagen can still provide amino acids, which may help the body in general, but it loses the unique shape that your immune system recognizes. UC2, on the other hand, is carefully extracted to maintain its original structure. This allows it to interact with your immune system in a very specific way. When you take UC2, it travels to your small intestine, where immune cells encounter it. Instead of seeing it as a threat, they learn to tolerate collagen, reducing the mistaken immune response that often attacks damaged cartilage. This process, called oral tolerance, helps calm low-grade inflammation that silently erodes your joints. With inflammation reduced, your cartilage has the breathing room to protect itself and even repair microdamage. The research is compelling. In one clinical study, adults with osteoarthritis who took a daily dose of UC2 for 90 days reported less stiffness, less pain, and improved ability to climb stairs compared to those taking a placebo. What's even more surprising is that UC2 works at very small doses, just 40 milligrams daily, unlike hydrolyzed collagen, which usually requires large scoops. Real stories highlight the difference. Ernesto, a 74-year-old retired gardener, had spent years working in squats and kneeling in the soil. His knees eventually forced him to rely on a cane. Painkillers offered only temporary relief. After 3 months on UC2, Ernesto noticed he was leaving his cane behind more often. Progress wasn't overnight, but it was steady and meaningful. That's the power of undenatured type 2 collagen. It doesn't just provide building blocks, it retrains the body to protect cartilage instead of attacking it. For many older adults, it's not only about reducing pain, but also about regaining independence, mobility, and confidence. Even if you're taking the right collagen, what you eat every day can either speed up healing or quietly sabotage it. Many people don't realize that certain common foods actually break down collagen and keep inflammation alive inside the joints. The 3 main culprits are refined sugar, refined flours, and processed vegetable oils. Let's start with sugar. That spoonful in your coffee, the slice of cake after dinner, or the soda with lunch may seem harmless, but sugar triggers a chemical process called glycation. This process produces compounds known as AGEs, advanced glycation end products. AGEs damage collagen by making its fibers stiff and brittle. When this happens in your skin, you see wrinkles. When it happens in your joints, cartilage loses its elasticity, making every step more painful. Next is refined flour. White bread, pasta, pastries, and crackers all act just like sugar once digested. They spike blood sugar, fueling the same damaging glycation process, while also keeping the body in a state of chronic inflammation. That bagel at breakfast or plate of pasta at dinner may be comforting, but over time, they erode your cartilage's ability to cushion movement. The third enemy is processed oils like soybean, corn, and sunflower oil, which are common in fried foods, packaged snacks, and fast food. These oils are heavy in omega-6 fatty acids, which in excess disrupt the body's balance and push it toward inflammation. Think of it as throwing gasoline on a fire. If your knees are already inflamed, these oils keep the flames alive. Consider Teresa, a 69-year-old woman who struggled with morning stiffness. She was already taking the right collagen but wasn't seeing much improvement. Her daily routine included toast with jam and coffee loaded with sugar. When she switched to a smoothie with oats, fruit, chia seeds, and collagen, cutting out the sugar and refined flour, she noticed real changes. Within 3 weeks, she woke up feeling lighter and more mobile. The lesson is simple. Even the best collagen can't undo a diet that constantly breaks it down. If you want to see results, you have to eliminate the foods that sabotage your progress and replace them with choices that build your knees back up. Collagen is the raw material your knees need, but your body can't use it effectively without the right helpers. Think of collagen as the bricks needed to build a house. Without cement, tools, and workers, those bricks will never form strong walls. In your body, those helpers are specific nutrients that activate and support collagen so it can do its job properly. 4 of the most important are vitamin C, magnesium, zinc, and silica. Vitamin C is the spark that sets collagen production in motion. It helps link collagen fibers together so they're strong and flexible. Without enough vitamin C, collagen simply can't form correctly. This is why pairing collagen with foods rich in vitamin C like oranges, strawberries, kiwis, bell peppers, or broccoli is so powerful. A morning smoothie with fruit and collagen isn't just delicious, it's scientifically smart. Magnesium is another essential player. Found in pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, and avocados, it reduces inflammation, keeps muscles relaxed, and prevents the stiffness that often stresses joints. Without enough magnesium, your body tends to tense up, putting extra pressure on cartilage. Zinc works quietly behind the scenes, repairing tissues and helping the immune system function properly. It speeds up healing in micro-tears that happen inside joints. Good sources include beans, lentils, cashews, oats, and lean meats. Without zinc, the repair process slows, leaving knees vulnerable to further damage. Finally, silica is an underrated mineral that strengthens both collagen and elastin. It also improves the quality of synovial fluid, the lubricant that keeps knees moving smoothly. You can find silica in cucumbers with the skin, oats, asparagus, and certain mineral waters. The real magic happens when you combine these nutrients consistently. Imagine this routine: breakfast with a mango and kiwi smoothie plus collagen, vitamin C, and silica, a mid-morning snack of almonds, magnesium, and a lunch salad with chickpeas and cucumbers, zinc and silica. Small daily steps like these give your body everything it needs to build stronger joints. Collagen on its own is useful, but collagen with its activators is transformative. It's not just about adding a supplement, it's about creating the right environment for your knees to heal from the inside out. Even if you're taking the right collagen and eating all the right foods, your daily movements can make or break your knees. Many people unknowingly practice habits that wear down cartilage and strain joints. The good news? Once you identify these mistakes, small corrections can bring relief surprisingly quickly. The first big mistake is sitting for hours without moving. Whether you're at a desk, in front of the TV, or on a long drive, extended sitting reduces circulation and weakens the muscles that should support your knees. Over time, this leads to stiffness and puts more pressure on cartilage. A simple fix is to set a timer to stand up every hour. Even 2 minutes of walking or stretching is enough to wake up your joints and get blood flowing. Another common issue is poor posture. Leaning forward while climbing stairs, shifting weight to one leg when standing, or walking with slouched shoulders all throw off the body's alignment. This uneven load wears down cartilage unevenly, like a car with poor wheel alignment. Practicing conscious walking, heel touches down first, then roll through the foot, finishing with a gentle push from the toes helps restore balance and reduces strain. Footwear also plays a massive role. Old sneakers with flattened soles, flimsy sandals, or high heels pass shock directly to your knees. Each step becomes a mini impact that adds up over thousands of steps a day. Supportive shoes with cushioning and arch support act as shock absorbers for your joints. If you have flat feet or bunions, custom insoles can be life-changing. Finally, skipping warm-ups before activity is a silent knee killer. Jumping straight into chores, yard work, or exercise without preparing your joints can cause micro-injuries. Just 5 minutes of gentle ankle rotations, knee bends, or stretches before activity helps protect cartilage from sudden stress. Think of your body as a chain. If one link is weak or misaligned, the whole system suffers. Correcting posture, wearing proper shoes, breaking up sitting time, and warming up may sound small, but together, they dramatically reduce knee pain and slow down damage. Protecting your knees doesn't always require big changes. Sometimes it's about paying attention to the little things you do every day. While supplements can be effective, some of the best sources of collagen come directly from traditional foods, often the same recipes our grandparents relied on. These foods not only deliver collagen in a natural form, but also provide minerals and compounds that support overall joint health. The beauty of them is that they're practical, budget-friendly, and easy to work into everyday meals. The most well-known option is bone broth. By simmering chicken, beef, or fish bones slowly for 8 to 12 hours, you extract collagen, glucosamine, chondroitin, and minerals like calcium and phosphorus. The result is a nutrient-rich broth that can be sipped warm in the morning, used as the base for soups, or even enjoyed as a savory drink in place of coffee. Unlike boxed broth or bouillon cubes, homemade bone broth contains real, bioavailable collagen your joints can use. Another powerhouse is chicken feet. Though they might seem unusual in some American kitchens, they're loaded with cartilage, tendons, and skin, all packed with type 2 collagen. When simmered into soups or stews, they create a thick, gelatin-rich broth. If eating them whole feels off-putting, blending the broth into sauces or gravies still gives you the same benefits. Sardines with skin and bones are another underrated choice. These small fish deliver collagen, calcium, and phosphorus in a highly absorbable form. A simple sardine and avocado toast on whole grain bread or sardines tossed into a salad can provide an inexpensive yet powerful boost for your knees. Finally, there's homemade gelatin. Using unflavored gelatin powder, you can prepare light desserts with natural fruit juice or herbal tea. Pairing gelatin with vitamin C-rich fruits, like oranges or strawberries, not only tastes refreshing, but also helps activate collagen synthesis. The key isn't eating these foods once in a while, it's making them part of your regular rotation. A cup of bone broth in the morning, sardines twice a week, or a simple gelatin dessert after dinner may not seem dramatic, but over time these habits build a steady supply of collagen. Sometimes the simplest, oldest foods are the ones that give your knees exactly what they need. If you want lasting improvements for your knees, you need more than just a supplement. You need a plan that combines the right collagen, smart nutrition, and gentle daily movement. Think of it as building a support system around your joints, one that works from every angle. When you follow this kind of routine consistently, your knees are given the best possible chance to repair, strengthen, and stay mobile for years to come. Step 1. Choose the right collagen. Undenatured type 2 collagen, UC2, is the form proven to support cartilage and reduce inflammation. A single small dose in the morning, ideally on an empty stomach, is enough to start working in your system. Unlike powdered collagens that require large scoops, UC2 works in micro amounts and is easy to stick with long term. Step 2. Add activator nutrients. Collagen needs partners like vitamin C, magnesium, zinc, and silica to be effective. A smoothie with kiwi and oats for breakfast, a handful of almonds mid-morning, and a spinach chickpea salad for lunch can easily cover these needs without extra supplements. Step 3. Eat to protect your knees. Avoid foods that sabotage cartilage, refined sugar, white flour, and processed oils, and replace them with collagen-rich, joint-friendly foods. Bone broth, sardines, chicken feet soups, and homemade gelatin deliver natural collagen while keeping inflammation low. Step 4. Keep your joints moving. Knees don't heal in stillness, they thrive on circulation. Gentle activities like Tai Chi, yoga, stationary cycling, or short walks after meals boost blood flow, strengthen surrounding muscles, and reduce stiffness. Even 5 minutes of stretching in the morning and evening can make a noticeable difference. What results can you expect? Within 4 to 8 weeks, many people notice less stiffness in the morning, fewer aches when climbing stairs, and greater confidence in daily movement. By 3 months, improvements can be even more significant: better stability, reduced reliance on pain medication, and a renewed sense of independence. The takeaway is simple: healing your knees isn't about one miracle cure. It's about layering the right actions, collagen, nutrients, food, and movement into a routine you can live with. Consistency, not intensity, is what brings long-term results. Your knees are ready to thank you for every small step you take in their favor. Your knees have carried you faithfully through a lifetime of movement, every step, climb, and bend. When pain and stiffness appear, it's easy to assume that decline is inevitable, that aging simply means giving up mobility. But the truth is far more hopeful. Your joints are not doomed. They respond powerfully to the right combination of care, consistency, and patience. We've seen that knee pain is rarely just bad luck or old age. It often stems from gradual collagen loss, small daily habits that pile on stress, and food choices that quietly fuel inflammation. The good news is that each of these can be addressed. Choosing undenatured type 2 collagen gives your cartilage the right building block. Pairing it with nutrients like vitamin C, magnesium, zinc, and silica ensures your body can actually use it. Swapping sugar and refined flours for whole foods creates an internal environment where healing can take place. Adding simple, collagen-rich meals like bone broth or sardines provides steady reinforcement. And correcting posture, choosing supportive shoes, and warming up before activity reduce the wear and tear of daily life. The path to healthier knees isn't about drastic measures, it's about small, repeatable steps. 5 minutes of stretching, a better breakfast, a mindful walk, or a daily dose of UC2 might not seem dramatic on their own, but together they add up. Within weeks, you can begin to notice less stiffness. Within months, you may find yourself moving with greater confidence, enjoying activities you thought you had lost. Most importantly, this journey restores something beyond comfort. Being able to climb stairs without fear, play with grandchildren, or enjoy a walk in the park without pain is priceless. Your knees may need care, but they are not beyond help. The takeaway is simple. Respect your knees, fuel them wisely, move them daily, and give them patience. They will repay you with strength, stability, and freedom of movement. Aging does not have to mean surrendering your mobility. Your body is still listening. Start speaking to it with the habits it deserves.